job that I'm nominating Kate for the commendation for happened in the summer, and it was a really hot summer's day. It was probably one of the hottest days of the summer, I would say, you know, real shirt sleeve weather. And I was on station and I was made aware that there was a cardiac arrest just a couple of miles from station, and I was also aware that Kate had been sent to that job and there wasn't any immediate backup for her. So I offered to go on the job just to give Kate some support, because the details of the call were quite sketchy. And when I arrived on scene, it was quite chaotic. It was a really big detached house, like a big detached farmhouse, and at the back of the farmhouse was a really old conservatory. And the story was that the gentleman that had collapsed was actually painting the back of the house, him and his son, and they had climbed up some scaffolding onto the roof of the conservatory. The gentleman turned around to his son and said, "I really don't feel very well," and just collapsed on the roof and was perched precariously on the roof, half on the roof and half off the roof. His legs were hanging off the roof. And when I arrived on scene, Kate was up on the scaffolding and she'd wedged her body against him to hold him onto the conservatory roof to stop him from falling, which was quite some distance. It would have been about an 8 or 9 foot drop. And she was doing her best to do life support on this gentleman in, you know, what can only be described as extreme heat. She was absolutely exhausted. And I think she was quite pleased that I turned up when I did, and I was able to assist her with trying to get other resources on the scene. She had the defibrillator with her, and she had the first response bag and a secondary bag and drugs bag, and she'd managed to take most of that up to the scaffolding and was trying to utilise the bag and mask and maintain an airway, which was really difficult considering the position that she was in, and at the same time being very aware that should she slip or should she pull back slightly, you know, not only would she fall off the roof, but the patient would fall off the roof as well. So, you know, it really was an incredibly brave and selfless act that she did, because there would be an awful lot of people that would probably not have even attempted to go up on that roof, considering the risk that they put themselves in. It wasn't even a new conservatory, it was a really old style conservatory which actually had glass panels on the roof. It wasn't the thick double coated plastic that you find in the new style conservatories. It was an old building, it was a listed building, so hence they had to have a conservatory in keeping with the property, so it was incredibly risky. So, you know, full commendation to Kate. She really went above and beyond the call of duty that day. So I'd just like to say to you, Kate, well done. This was a fantastic job that you did here, and it really goes to show that the chain of survival is so important, and being first person on scene is such an integral part of a resuscitation, and you really excelled yourself on that day and really gave the patient the best possible chance of survival. Well done.